Queensland country singer-songwriter Maddie Cail returns in 2024 with a brand new offering that's bound to capture the hearts of country music fans and dog lovers alike, just like me. My Dog, name of the song that I just played a second ago, is a fun song written by Maddie after an incident occurred with her dog that went viral on TikTok. Comments posted about her dog's appearance inspired her to compose the quirky track, and it soon became her most requested song at her live shows. Maddie is a very down-to-earth artist, and over the past few years she has kept herself busy building her profile as a bona fide country music singer. She has definitely made a mark on the Aussie country music scene by opening for the legendary Wolf Brothers back in January of last year and headlining the Majiraba, I hope I pronounced that right, Majiraba show. She also performed at the Ekka, which is the Brisbane exhibition, like the Queensland show, I guess, and the Gold Coast, in case you didn't know, Anyway, and the Gold Coast show, and appeared at her first festival, the iconic Gympie Music Muster. From producing great music to captivating her audiences, Maddie has everything it takes to make it in the Australian country music scene, and I'll eagerly watch her impending steady rise in the ranks of this nation's premier performers. I'm absolutely delighted to have this highly talented young lady standing by on the phone, waiting to have a chat with me, so allow me to bring her on air right now without any further delay. Hello, Maddie. How are you?
Hey, Harry T. How are you?
I'm good. All the better for having you online to chat with me. And I'd like to quickly welcome you to the Country Club. Great to have you on the show. I think this is the first time I've had a conversation with you on the phone.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It just started raining really bad where I am.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries. No, it's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
No, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I'm all about supporting Aussie talent, and you tick the box there, no problem at all. Alrighty, now, let's talk about this great song of yours, My Dog. What's the story behind that?
Oh, so I think that you read that there was an incident with my dogs. One of my bull terriers, so the bull terriers are the ones with the big funny round noses. He got his dog bowl stuck on his he got his head stuck around his dog bowl. Anyway, yeah. So I put it on TikTok, and I got about 3 million views and heaps, like thousands of comments and stuff. Which, I put stuff on TikTok every day, and I don't get that many anything. But a couple of the comments were a bit harsh, so.
Okay.
I just went into my little studio at home and I started writing this fun little song, and I showed one of my friends as a joke, and they go, "That is the funniest song." And then I showed the next friend, and then they loved it, and then I played it at a gig, and then everyone loved it, and then it got to be that one song that people like, you need to record it. So 6 months later I recorded it, and then 6 months after that it's on the radio.
That's a great story. I love that.
Yeah, well, I was so apprehensive about releasing that song because really, like, it's meant to be a joke, and so I was just like, oh, am I doing the right thing? And I'm so glad I did, because the amount of people that find joy in that song, which it's all what it's all about, really. So I think I definitely learned a big thing from this one. Just, if I believe in the music, just put it out there, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, they don't.
No, that's true. But I've talked to so many artists who tell me that a particular song, they never expected it to be as popular as it turned out to be, and you just can't pick those things. I mean, you write those songs and you think, oh, that one's going to be great, but it's not as great as one other that you think, oh, I don't think they're going to like it. But I
think Robbie Williams, his documentary, he talks about Angels, and that was his blow-up song, but he said he was never thinking that would be his good song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good example, actually, and I think this song sort of falls into that category to some extent.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and it's done really well on lots of the charts and stuff, which I'm really grateful for. So
yeah,
I think, and my dogs like it. Well, I've got 2 bull terriers, and the younger one, Callie, if you go on my Instagram and stuff, she'll sit in between my legs every time I'm in there playing or singing. She's really clingy, but she just loves the music. I got her on stage with me once, and I don't think she was a big fan of that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I mean, I'm a dog lover, so you know,
Yeah.
I absolutely adore this song. So yeah, look, good effort. Now I take it you wrote that on your own. It wasn't a co-write.
No, yeah, I wrote that on my own.
Good.
Most of my songs I've written on my own. I did go to the Gympie Songmaster last year, and I worked on. I took 2 songs half written, and I worked on them there. So I've got 2 songs that I will hopefully release next year. So, but I worked on them with James Johnson has worked with a songwriter called Gav Carfoot. So he worked on one of these songs with me called Ride, and it's about four-wheel driving.
Okay.
And then I started writing another song, which is about 2 best friends, and one's a thoroughbred and one's a Brumby, because my mum, we went shopping, and then there was this jacket, and I said, that doesn't suit me, Mum, like, that's a bit flash. And my mum turned to me and she goes, don't be ridiculous, we're thoroughbreds, not Brumbies. I started laughing. And she said my great-grandma used to say that, and it must be a form of going, like, upper class, but I refer to it as, like, upper class and then, like, bogans. But
Yeah.
and so the song is about 2 friends who, one's really upper class and one's bogans, but they're best friends and they get along.
Okay. Yeah.
They were co-writes too, but yeah, I did. It's nice to do co-writes, but I do write a lot of stuff on my own.
Yeah. Either method to write a song is good. I mean, kudos to anyone who can write a song all by themselves. But a collaborative effort can sometimes produce a better result.
Yeah,
I think anyway.
The best songs in the world, they've got like 4 songwriters on them.
Yeah.
The more I get into songwriting, the more I start doing a bit of research on songs. Like when I see a song, like, oh, who wrote that? Like,
okay.
Yeah, I just find it interesting. So.
All right. Okay. And just
everything up on the internet these days.
Yeah, fair enough. And just for the record, I'm a Brumby,
So it's actually really fun, and it's got like a Tex-Mex feel to it. Like it's got does like a Mexican. I don't know. It's a really cool song. So I'm looking forward to more music. But this year's goal is to just do a bit more songwriting. So I'll do a bit more behind the scenes.
Okay, good.
And try and get into a few more festivals, I think.
Okay, no, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, and that sort of segues into the next question, which is there an album in the works?
So I have got an idea at the moment, and I've started working on it. But I'm sure you saw that I'm a full-time primary school teacher as well. So finding the time to do that at the moment. But so that what I've done this year is I've stopped doing local gigs because I was doing school all week, and then I was doing gigs on the weekend, and then every here and there festivals. But this year I've just gone full-time teaching, nothing on the weekends, and I'm just songwriting and just getting better at like my guitar skills and vocals and stuff.
Okay.
So hopefully next year I'll be aiming for a release of my first album.
All right. Oh, that's great. All right.
Yeah.
Now after we hang up, I'll send you. I'll text you our mailing address here at the studio.
Yep.
I was wondering when your album does come out, could you send me the CD, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great. Because I'd love to rip some tracks off it and put them on air, because I haven't got much of your material in my playlist, and I do need some more.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, excellent. And on that note, can you tell us just quickly where people can buy your music?
So all my socials are under Maddie Cail, so MADDIE and then CAIL. So that's Instagram, Facebook, and that'd be Maddie Cail Music. And then my website's www.maddiecail.com, I think, yeah. I think it's changed recently, so I'm pretty sure it's .com.
There's usually a .com after it. It's only a question of whether there's a .au after that.
No, yeah, it was .net, so I'm pretty sure it's .com now.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, .net.
Yeah.
All righty, yeah, or .org in our case. So, yeah, all right, no, that's great. I'm just curious, how long have you been playing music? I mean, I know you're young, and I won't ask you what your age is, but, I'm just curious how long.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm a young chicken. I'm not one of the early ones. I'm in my mid-30s. So
okay.
I was a bit of a late bloomer. I think I started releasing songs 3 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, so my story is I was quite overweight growing up, so I never sang in front of anyone. And then when I turned 21, I lost 60 kilos.
Wow.
I think I got a bit of confidence, and then I started singing in front of people.
Wow.
And I started playing guitar at 16, I started doing gigs at about 25, and then in the last probably 4 years, it's really just I've kind of maybe found my own niche, I guess, and so the quirky songs and the confidence has grown and stage presence. So it's really in the last 3 years, I've just gone from someone who'd never released any music to playing at major festivals.
Oh, great.
Cool.
That's excellent.
So I played at Meatstock recently, and that was my biggest festival ever, and I was on the main stage, and I found that like to be a real wow moment.
Wow, okay. Oh, that's great. That is a terrific story. I love that. And congratulations. I mean, it seems like all your hard work is starting to pay off, so that's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good. And I'm hoping to hear a lot more from you over the the coming months and maybe.
Yeah, there'll definitely be more songs coming, just a matter of when.
All right, that's excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what actually drew you to the music industry? I mean, how did you wake up one morning and say, "I want to be a"? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I don't know too much. Like, I'm a very big I love every genre, but I think country is where my heart lies. I just love the stories behind it, and I think my voice probably is more suited to the country kind of genre, I guess.
Right.
But my family's from Charleville, so out west, and I think that's where my love for the country has kind of come from. Mum used to listen to a bit of the old school music, so. But yeah, I think if you listen to my music, you can see that I try to bring a bit of fun to it, I guess. I suppose it's just an outlet for me.
Okay.
So I always used to write songs, but I used to write lots of songs, but never used to think of recording them. And it wasn't until I showed my cousin, who's a singer-songwriter, she said, "You need to get these songs out there. What are you doing?" And I was like, as if I'm going to release songs. I just didn't think of it as ever what I was going to be doing. So then I showed it to a producer called Michael Flanders and Caleb Flanders, who lots of Australian artists work with. They're over in Nashville, but they're Australian. And yeah, he loved my music, and that's when it all kind of kicked off.
Okay.
I suppose that's the passion of wanting to. And then the more I do it, the more I'm falling in love with it, I guess.
Oh, that's great. Good on you. And you do it well. There's no question about that.
You.
So I do hope you stick with it, and it sounds like you're going to. So that I guess that's the plan.
And I'm pretty lucky that I work at I'm a school teacher too, and the kids love it. So they're like my little test dummies. Oh, hey guys, I got a song. Do you want to hear it? And then they'll give. And kids everyone's like, who do you sing to? And you get feedback. I'm like, mate, I'll sing to my kids, and they'll tell me if they love it or they hate it. And they are my most biggest critics, all of them, because I got 27 kids looking at me going, no.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay, all right. So, who do you regard as your main influences as a musician, as an artist?
I find this question always so hard.
Okay.
Because like I said, I've got very different inspiration. At the moment, I love Zach Bryan. I love his songwriting skills, and I just listen to the songs, and I can just hear all of the different, just how do you say it? He doesn't just write songs, he actually uses a lot of alliteration and things that people, when you're writing songs, you don't really think about.
Sure.
But he does a lot of, stuff in his songs that I sit there, because I teach poetry at school and stuff, and I'm thinking, he's done that there. Wow. So if you listen to his songs go a lot deeper than just words.
Okay.
So I do look at that. And then I love Gretchen Wilson's fun too. I think that's where my niche is. You listen to her and then you listen to my songs. That's where I think a lot of my inspiration has come from when it comes to just be a bit cheeky in new songs.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Gretchen. I played one of her songs earlier in the show. Yeah, she's terrific.
Just the attitude too. I just think it's fun, and I try and bring that to my stage presence. Whatever I write about, I try and kind of show that on stage too through songs. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yes. In fact, the song I played was called "One Bud Wiser." I love that song. That's so clever, and and it's typical of Gretchen. She's a great songwriter.
Yeah.
And a terrific performer. I've got a lot of time
Yeah, that's
for her.
it.
Yep.
Listened to her a lot growing up.
Yeah. There's a YouTube clip of her doing a duet with Hank Williams Jr. And, and she outshines him by a country mile.
Really?
You know. I really love. And anyway, we're here to talk about you, not Gretchen. So,
yeah.
Now, talking about difficult questions, I've got a beauty coming up for you. But, what's your most? Well, here's another one. What's your most memorable experience so far as a performer?
As a performer?
Yep.
What do you reckon? I recently sang up at, what's it called? Gladstone Country Music Festival.
Okay.
And it was the hottest day I think I've ever had. I think the most memorable. But, it was just so much fun. And, the heat was so bad. But I was so lucky that I had one of my good friends, Cail Marie, who's a singer, songwriter, and she was there. And I remember just looking at her, and I was about to faint on stage, and I looked at her, and I'm like, you need to get up here. So I go, hey guys, my friend's going to sing a song. And I had to jump off, have a little break, and then I had to jump back on. But I'll never forget that moment. I was like, oh my God, if I don't get off now, I'm going to faint on this stage. But it was pretty cool that she jumped up, and then I felt good for the whole thing. That was good. But I suppose memorable, singing at Meatstock was massive for me. And I got down to the stage, and there was people standing on the front guard for me.
Okay. And
like I said, I've only started this 3 years ago, and to have people that I've never seen before sitting there waiting for me to come on set, that was cool. That's probably my highlight.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's something you can put in the memory box for later reference. All right. Now here's a doozy. I like to ask this one, but anyway, I'll go with it. If you could pick any three people to be on stage with you, who would they be, apart from Gretchen Wilson?
Any three people to be on stage with me? Ooh.
I told you that was.
That's a really. Are we talking big famous people or anyone?
Anyone, doesn't matter. Einstein, whoever.
I don't know. And should they be dead or alive, or am I getting too...
Doesn't matter. Take your pick.
I'd love to be... Elvis would have been one of my favourite to be on stage with.
Really? Okay.
I always watch how he performs and just see how... Yeah, so Elvis would be one.
Yeah.
Who else?
Well, Gretchen Wilson, obviously.
Gretchen Wilson, yeah, and... who's the other one? There's someone else who I watch on stage and you just can't stop watching them.
Okay.
An American.
Yeah.
I can't even think of them.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, so...
Well, we'll settle for two. How's
Elvis
that?
and Gretchen Wilson, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about Johnny Cash?
Yeah, Johnny Cash would be good.
No, maybe Lee Kernaghan or, someone like that, maybe?
Lee Kernaghan. I don't know. I think when it comes to Australians, I don't know. Have you ever seen... he's not massive, but Robbie Mortimer, he seems to have so much fun on stage.
Okay.
He'd be fun to... I'd love to do a duo with him. He'd be fun, I reckon.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good choice.
Might have to hit him up.
Okay. Yeah, look, he's a really funny guy, so, yeah.
I've spoken to him a few times. I tried to get him to come and sing at this festival that we're running in my town, but he was singing at a bull show, I think.
All right, so just quickly, what's next for you? We've talked about the album, so what do you got coming up in the way of gigs, in the next...
So when it comes to gigs this year, I've really taken a step back and doing a bit more songwriting. So this one's going to be a bit of a quieter year. So I'll do some more Instagram stuff, but more songwriting and self-development, and hopefully get onto Groundwater Music Festival at the end of the year. That's my big goal. If I can get onto that, that's what I'll be happy with.
All right. Well, I wish you luck. I really do.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So we're out of time. So just a quick thank you for taking time out to have a chat with me on your Sunday afternoon. And
Thanks for having me.
oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure talking with you, Maddie. Really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, you too.
And I hope we can do it again soon. So maybe when the album comes out, or next single.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll keep you posted.
Absolutely. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah, cool.
Alrighty. So thanks again. All the best to you, and best of luck. Hope your career just takes off like
You
a
too.
rocket.
Thanks, Harry T.
Okay. All right. Talk to you again soon.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Maddie.